Hello and welcome everybody to the first recording of the Board Game BBQ's role-playing game, Dungeons and Dragons. Thanks to everyone who's joined us on Discord and is watching along. Today we will be playing the Icewind Dale campaign, Rime of the Frost Maiden. So before any further ado, let's get into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Really cold.
I want to go home. I'm cold.
It's frosty.
So to get started, Icewind Dale has become trapped in a perpetual winter. Ferocious blizzards make the mountain pass through the spine of the world exceedingly treacherous, and this land has not felt the warmth of the sun in over 2 years. In fact, the sun no longer appears above the mountains, not even what should be the height of summer. In this frozen tundra, darkness and bitter cold reign as king and queen. Most Dale's residents blame Auril, the Frost Maiden, the god of winter's wrath. The shimmering aurora that weaves across the sky each night is said to be her doing a potent spell that keeps the sun at bay. Dale folk live in a scattering of settlements known as 10 towns. The drop-off in caravans coming from the south and travelling between settlements in this never-ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated. Although each town has resolved to appease the Frost Maiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite from winter's fury seems forthcoming. For adventurers such as yourself, 10 Towns is a place to test one's mettle and, in the spirit of heroes who have come before, leave one's mark on this frigid, blighted land. So, that's a bit of an overview for you all. As we move into the campaign, you have all been advised to prepare yourselves to be at the Royal Tavern, which is in the south of one of the 10 towns called Bryn Shander. So, Pryn, if you could give us a little bit of a background about yourself, tell us where you are at the moment, describe yourself, what you look like, and those sorts of things, and we'll go from there.
I am Pryn Elflands. I'm a halfling rogue, and I've been here for a few days now. I grew up around these parts in these settlements, and I remember the days when we actually had seasons. But it's been too long since I remember sunshine or autumn leaves or anything like that. The cold is it's unnatural, and we don't know what's going on around here at the moment. What else do you want me to say? What else do you want me to reveal? I don't know.
So you've taken yourself down to the Royal Tavern.
Yeah.
You walk in, and anyone who's in the tavern, what do they see come through the door? They're having a drink or whatever. They see a half-elf walk through the door. What do you look like? What are you wearing?
Well, to be fair, they may not even see me walk through the door.
If you're naked.
I tend to keep to myself, keep to the shadows. I try to be as unassuming as possible. So I'm just there in just a regular winter coat, long boots. I have my hood over my head, over my eyes for the most part.
No worries. Okay, so as you glance around the tavern, you notice there's a ragtag bunch of patrons scattered about the place. There's very few chairs available. This tavern is not the best in town. It's quite lowbrow. It serves travellers mainly who have come to town from the south. And it's the first tavern that they will pass as they enter Bryn Shander. So the publican doesn't need to do much in terms of getting business because he just does for the nature of where he's located, and as a result, he doesn't try much to make it a very pleasant venue. But it is quite full. Very few chairs available to sit down. You glance around the room, and immediately your attention is drawn to a dwarf female sitting at the bar. Bianca, what does he see?
He sees me. I'm at the bar having a nice pint. I have brown hair, very long, got some braids here, which have significance to me because every time I make a kill to one of my hated enemies, the Dorga, I put a new braid in my hair. So I'm very proud of my hair. I'm wearing my war paint on because I always have that on, so that people basically know that I am not to be messed with and ready to fight at all times. And I'm just having a bit of fun because I just finished a job.
Cool. So you glance. So you see that dwarf there, Prin. You also see a strange-looking character that you've heard about. They're known as tieflings. Looks kind of like Jules.
Yeah, so what he sees is a pretty worn-looking figure with a reddish skin, has horns, and his eyes seem to glow sort of dimly with a yellow light. Has quite a long tail as well, long pointed tail, and a very tattered cloak that looks like it's been worn for a very, very, very long time. And getting weird vibes from me.
Right. Okay, Adrius, what does Prince see when he looks your way?
He sees a lunatic that looks like Prince Charles with pointy ears. If you could imagine like getting Prince Charles and making his ears really pointy, that's what he sees. I wear some armor because I don't have a full set, and I have the hide of a gruffalo on my back to try and keep me warm.
Cool. Kogan, what does Prince see when he sees you in the dark?
It looks my way and he sees just a standard human roaming these parts. He's wearing full armor, hasn't taken it off. He's only stopping by for a drink, as you can see that he's very busy. You can see that he's got full scale mail with a shield on his back and a large hammer resting on the ground with some extra equipment hanging around his belt.
And the last person you know that seems noteworthy or of any interest in the tavern is Lyethel. Do you want to tell us what he sees there, Lyethel?
So when Prin sees Lyethel, he'll see a medium height, slight build elf. Doesn't quite know which elf sect he comes from. He's got dark shoulder length hair with bronzed skin and gold eyes. Lyethel, I'm probably looks to be wearing an overly large amount of outer clothing and maybe looking a bit too cold to be here.
Okay, so Prin, you've stumbled into this tavern, you've looked around, you've noticed those interesting individuals. There's probably 10 to 15 other people in the tavern at this time, none of which look remarkable. Very scruffy, the rest of them, very cold looking, almost emaciated due to lack of food. The ones that you've just sort of seen are probably the most remarkable looking people in the establishment. There's a barkeep behind the bar, human, from what you can tell, but he doesn't also look like he does make a lot of effort to look after himself, clean himself as much as he doesn't clean and look after his bar. So up to you, Prin. What would you like to do next?
Sidle up to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Get the attention of the barkeep.
Yeah.
Just wave.
Comes over and says, what would you like today?
One of your finest ales, please, good sir.
You mean my ale?
If
You only have one.
If that's indeed your finest, then that's what I will be drinking today.
It's funny you should say that, because it's the finest and the shittest too.
That sounds like my kind of brew.
He goes over to a large barrel sitting down the other end of the bar, and that has a tap. pours a glass from the tap and brings it back to you and says, "That'll be 1 copper."
Not a problem. I give him a copper.
Right. He goes off about serving some other customers.
And I pull up a chair next to the dwarf at the bar, and I offer my mug and say, "To good health."
Juju.
Clink.
Chin chin.
They're made of wood, so it's more clack, clunk, clink.
Clunk.
And we drink.
And you drink. Would you like to have a conversation?
And then I look at the dwarf sitting next to me and I say, "Bloody cold out, isn't it?"
How's the weather?
How's the weather?
Oh dear. Yes, it's very cold. I'm not really used to this weather at all. Is this normal?
It has been of late. And I don't fancy it much myself, I'll be honest.
Usually the alcohol warms me up a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be working tonight.
No, I think we may need more alcohol. And unfortunately, this is the best we can get around these parts. So what brings you here?
It's a very forward question.
I'm a very forward person.
Okay. Well, I don't even know your name yet. My name is
Bryn.
Bianca, by the way.
Pleasure to meet you, Bianca. My name is Bryn.
You too. Why don't you tell me what you're doing here first, and then I'll tell you what I'm doing here.
Ah, mysterious. Interesting. These are these are my parts. These are my parts. I grew up red.
These are my parts.
It's way too forward.
These are my parts.
It didn't take long.
Just add another braid. Add another braid to my thing, Bianca, sorry.
What was that? What were you saying? Sorry.
I grew up around here, so I just travel from town to town, looking for work, meeting interesting people, trying to find opportunities to earn some coin.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too easy around here, actually.
If you know where to look, you can find what you need. I've found.
Well, I'm actually done my job, and I was about to head home myself. But I'm a mercenary.
Okay. Not a lot of work for mercenaries around here, but if you stick around, you may find something that will make a visit to this tavern worthwhile. I'll keep my ear out for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now, what next? Would any at this point in time as well, Prin's there. You see those of you that aren't Bianca or Prin. You see Prin and Bianca having a discussion at the table. If you'd like to approach or have a conversation, you don't have to, but it's essentially open to you guys now. This will play out how you decide.
I would like to approach Adrian
Yep.
and have a conversation with him.
Go.
Oh dear.
Here we go.
You're not going to show me your parts, are you? You're not going to do what Prin likes to do. It's got a bad reputation for that around here.
Good morrow.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm intrigued by the creature on your shoulder there. I'm yet to see a creature like that in these parts. Care to inform me about what that creature might be?
This is actually a Gruffalo. I was given it as a gift. I didn't track it myself, but a hunter friend of mine actually got the pelt, and he knew I was heading this way and knew I needed to keep warm, so it was actually a parting gift on my way up here. So
And what
I
brings
just
you
say
up
I'm
here?
going to eavesdrop on this conversation because I've also been looking at his outfit.
Okay, so can you let me just have a look at what skills you've got here. We'll make a skills check just to get things going.
I'm not an elf. I don't have the same hearing ability, but I am very. I've been thinking about that Gruffalo thing all night and curious about it.
Well, I invite Sarah. I invite Bianca over, seeing as she's obviously looking over our shoulder to try and join in the conversation.
Almost falling off my bar stool.
Dwarf, please bring your drink over. Can you help identify this creature for me?
I've never seen one of them before, but it does look a little bit like the kobolds I know from home.
Make a wisdom check. So bring your score sheet up.
Me?
Yeah.
My where's my?
You don't have nature. Well, nature's intelligence. Let's make an intelligence check. So
Okay.
on your player sheet.
Yep.
If you
My
just
intelligence
click-
is 10.
Yeah. So there's a little icon of a little D20 die next to the int there. Just click on that.
Oh, wow.
19.
19.
You definitely know what this is.
Yeah,
Had
you're
had a few ales, so I'm feeling sharp.
you're like, yeah, this is a Gruffalo. It's they're not known around these parts, but I have seen them in my travels many times. Or you
Mitch, I want to.
Never thought of wearing one before though.
Mitch, since I've been left at the bar, I wanted to see if I can eavesdrop in the conversation. It's so interesting that the dwarf has left me for.
Make a. What are we going to go with? Do you want to make it obvious that you're coming over to join the social circle, or are you going to try and sneakily do it?
Oh, so if I can just hang around nearby and listen, I will.
Yeah, you should be able to do that. If anyone wants to try and determine if he's ascertain whether you can tell that he's eavesdropping, let me know. Go on.
So yeah, it's a Gruffalo, and it's here to keep me warm. You say that you haven't seen anyone wearing these, but from where I come from, these are often worn by higher society. But like I said, I was lucky enough to be gifted it when I left my home.
Yeah, Bianca, you definitely noticed that Prune is, hanging about, trying to sort of edge his way towards the social circle.
He's made off now, so he's obviously been had.
There he is.
Yeah, so you definitely pick up on that vibe. You've got the perception required to notice that,
Okay.
quite obviously.
All right, I'm going to keep an eye on him, but I'll let him stay there for now.
Cool.
Not sure what his deal is.
I'm just at the bar drinking a beer and taking in the surroundings of the tavern.
I didn't catch any of your names. I heard you call the dwarf over, but only by dwarf, not by her name.
I'm okay with that, but my name is
cool.
Bianca.
Cool. And I didn't catch your name when you approached me, mate, asking about the Gruffalo hide.
I'm Lyafeld, member of the Coastal Guard.
What brings you here?
On Coastal Guard business. Where
Fair
there's no coast.
That's okay. It's all frozen.
Seems a little
There is
suspicious.
you are aware that there's what's called the sea of floating ice, where there is actually still traffic and stuff, water traffic on the sea. It's difficult because there is so much ice chunks and things like that, drifts and things in it. But there are pirates out there, and there are still a requirement to guard those areas. Yeah, definitely.
We're trying to keep the pirate traffic down in this location, and I've been tasked to make sure there's no nefarious deeds being conducted in this here tavern.
Cool. Well, I was actually just here to drop off a package, and then hopefully find something else to do as I make my way back to my home city. And can I don't know how to do some of this stuff, Mitch, so can I ask other people to come into the conversation and
100%,
stuff? So,
yeah. If you see someone, you see.
there's a guy in the corner who's got a helmet on. I can't see his eyes. I'm not sure. I think his name's Kogan, because that says that on the app, but I don't know who he is. And can he come over? Can I beckon him over?
You don't know his name, but you can go over to him and say, "Hey, what's up?" or "Come talk with us," or whatever you want.
Can I see Prin sneaking over with my perception?
I haven't left the bar. I'm just listening in.
Yeah, he's hovering around the conversation. Can I?
Watch
do I
your
pick up on
pockets,
that?
I reckon.
Anyone who's trained in perception, everyone who's the skill perception as trained, will notice that Prin is trying to hover around and pay attention. You should do. Oh no, you don't. You got persuasion. Sorry, reading the wrong one. Will automatically notice that. If you want to make a perception roll, Brad, just make a wisdom check. So just roll your wisdom die.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, no. You're not even sure he's still in the tavern.
Too many beers for Brad. Oh.
Either way, I get up out of my chair and I stroll towards this growing group that I see over here. And, I introduce myself. Hello, my name is Kogan. Noticed that you guys have caused quite the ruckus. May I ask what this is about?
Everyone seems to be admiring my Gruffalo pelt, which is very uninteresting, just so we're all very aware. It's just a Gruffalo pelt. I see them all the time. You guys might not see them, but it's totally normal. I'm not that weird.
Well, part of my role for the Coastal Guard is to make sure there's no illegal animal trafficking, so it's very much within my business to make sure that this hasn't been illegally obtained and hidden.
I don't believe so. Like I said, it was given to me from a high society member of my home city, so I think it's legit. It should be legit. So,
Well, might I say that it looks very attractive on you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Kogan. Yeah, so what brings you here, Kogan?
I've just been traveling, training in the ways of my religion. Bouncing through towns
Religious
here and
man.
there. Yeah, I help people out whenever I can, and I've come up here to, I've become a bit more involved in my religion, and I've come to train so that I might swear my oath to my god.
Cool.
So, yeah, what's bringing you up here?
I was just here to drop something off, and I came in the tavern to grab some food and drinks before I left. I was just looking to see if there was anything to do on my way back, so I was not having a wasted trip, just taking the trip back. So.
Kogan, you notice there's a one of the patrons in the bar who's still by themselves is looking pretty, like, as far as your knowledge of things of good and evil is concerned, he looks like you wouldn't be surprised if he was walking the fine line towards that evil side. So it's setting off some concerns in your brain around his presence.
I'm surprised I noticed that, considering my last roll. I call out to this patron, invite him to the group, considering that he looks very intriguing regarding everybody else in the tavern.
He is very intriguing, but you're pretty suspicious of him. So you can do whatever you want. You can call out to him if you like.
Well, I prefer to have him in my line of sight, so I call him over to the group.
It's you, Lockie. So not interested.
No, he's not interested. Interesting.
I'll keep my eye on him then.
I
Shady folk.
I leave my position at the bar, and I approach the group, and I say to
So the group
Bianca?
at the moment being Lifestyle, Bianca, Adrius, and Kogan.
yep,
Yeah.
I say, may I join the group, people?
By all
Bianca,
means.
will you introduce me to your
That's fine
friends?
with me.
Yeah, well, I've just met these guys, but this is Lyethel, Kogan, and Adrius. And everyone, this is Prin.
Nice to meet you all. So
There you go.
Going, Bryn.
Bianca
And
tells
be
me that
noted
she's
that-
Bianca tells me that she's fairly handy with an axe. Lyethel, I trust that being of the guard, you can defend yourself if need be.
And I don't feel like I need to talk to you, half elf. So if you mind your own business, I would be very grateful.
Grateful in one way.
Just remember who you're talking to at the moment.
All right, now, let's just have
Yeah,
a
they're
friendly
reminding me.
conversation.
Yeah, let's
We're
all get
probably all
along.
here for one night, and we're gonna, move on. Like, there's no reason why we can't have a good time. So, Prin, is this like a usual kind of crowd? Because it seems like there's a real mix of people in this bar.
There does seem to be more people in here than would normally be, of both the kind-natured and ill-natured. I look directly at Lyethel.
There's also a tiefling I've noticed in that corner, which seems like kind of an unusual character to be hanging around in Icewind Dale.
True.
Has anyone
I
else
haven't-
noticed that?
Yes,
seen
I
him.
tried to
Haven't
get him
seen
to come over earlier, but waved me away.
Does anyone know much about tiefling?
I've never seen a tiefling, so I don't know. I've just seen him. I don't know if he's friendly or
Friend or foe?
yeah. I'm just gonna leave him to his own business.
So anyone who's done any degree of adventuring or sort of traveling around would be familiar with the existence of tieflings. They're not that uncommon that you would never have heard of them before, but
I didn't say I hadn't heard of one. I said I hadn't seen one.
yeah, no, that's fine. And you know that they can be, it's not a they're all evil or anything like that. But you do know that quite often they've got relationships or connections to demons and the evil side of the worlds. But it's not always the case. It's not always the case. There's variance in tiefling society, just like any other, but they do generally walk the darker side of the path. If we're talking statistically, that's where the bell curve sits.
Well, who wants another drink?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
I'll join you.
Kogan, you're a religious man. Do you drink?
Every so often, when I'm exhausted. I don't find myself an alcoholic though.
Well, I'm a dwarf, so it's part of my nature to be. I'll get us a round of drinks. I got paid pretty well on this job, so I'm feeling generous tonight. And I'm already drunk.
So as Bianca goes to order another round of the finest ale in the tavern, Prin, you notice that Danica walks in, and she's scanning the room, probably looking for you.
Probably.
Yeah.
Have I already met Danica though?
Yep.
Mitch?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So Bianca's at the bar. I'll just say to Kogan, Lyethel, and Adrius, excuse me a moment, gentlemen, and I make my way over to Danica.
So Danica says, "Oh, Prin, I'm glad I found you here. I thought I'd check in and find out how you're going in terms of recruiting that party."
I think I might have some worthy candidates. There's certainly some people here who I think we could get for our cause. There are others in here that are probably not so trustworthy at this stage. And given the importance of the mission, I'm not sure who we can recruit. If you can just give me a little bit more time, I think I can find the people that we need.
Well, time is of the essence. You know that my research can't really go any further without what I've asked of you. Look, I've got some other people I need to meet with in the Norfolk tavern. So get done what I've asked and meet me there when you've completed it.
Sure, I will. You have my word.
She turns, looks at Loki kind of strange, and then walks out.
What was that all about?
And then I rejoin the group.
Bryn,
Sorry,
What was your
Adrian.
little...
Yeah.
Sorry, Adrian.
What was that all about?
That's a someone I met recently. She's a scholar. She's been researching these parts, the Icewind Dale, because she knows all too well that this everlasting winter that we're experiencing is not natural. I grew up around these parts, and I remember the days when we had summers and autumns and springs, and it's there's something at play here that is otherworldly. She believes. She's asked me to try and help her find the cause. Specifically, there are some elementals in these parts known as Chwingas that have been seen around the 10 Towns region, and she believes that they have something to do with what's happening here. And as much as I'd like to help her, I'd be foolish to try and do this on my own. So
Is the pay good? I'm guessing she's paying.
she is, but only for the right people. If I'm going to help her and form a party, I need to take people that I can trust.
Half-Elf, if I may put my sword forward, I do have some expertise in dealing with elementals, so I would be interested in joining your group if you'll have me.
Well, you've kind of changed your tune, haven't you? It was only moments ago that you wouldn't even look me in the eye. I get the feeling as though you're a little bit prejudiced towards my kind, and this mission is important to me because these are, as I mentioned to Bianca earlier, these are my parts. I grew up here, and so it's important to me that the people of these settlements once again see sunlight. I need to take people that I can trust. This isn't just some little hack and slash mission. This is something that's of great importance to the people around here. How can I know that I can trust you?
Well, sorry to interject there, just so you realise, I can't keep a secret to save my life, just so you're fully aware, but I love to research new things, and I haven't come across elementals this far into this region, so I would love to come and just check it out and potentially study them, study the situation and see what happens. So I too would like to join, but I would only join if Lythel was allowed to come as well, because he is double hard, and I know that if stuff gets bad, he'll be able to take them down.
Kogan, what say you?
Well, these elementals seem to have an air of evil about them, causing pain to the people of these lands. So, if I could bring them to justice, that would mean a lot to me.
Bianca,
I'm going
will you
to
join
approach
us?
the group.
Dun dun dun!
Yeah, you got to roll for that. You got to roll.
I come over to the group. I was saying, I say sorry to Kogan. I don't know his name yet, but I'll say sorry about that before. I was just finishing the best Parma I've ever had in my life, and I was having a moment there. I just had to finish that on my own, and you guys were talking a whole bunch. What are you talking about? I'm Loki, by the way.
In Bryn Shander, in these parts, that was a fish palmer, by the way.
Yeah.
a fillet of fish parma.
Exactly.
The half-elf Prin was discussing a potential quest to go off and discover the means in which this never-ending winter that is so beguiled us so far has been caused by. What is young Loki?
Cool. I've got nothing better to do. I'm in if you want me.
What skills would you bring to the what skills would you bring to the to this quest, Tiefling?
Well, I'm a warlock myself. I have practiced magic for a very, very long time. So if there is anything unnatural or magical about the cause of this winter, I can probably definitely help with that.
Ugh, magic users. Look, I am in because as I look around this tavern, I see some very, very sad-looking drinkers, and I feel really sorry for them. There's a lot of people that look very gaunt and not well, and I'm here, and I don't have anything to kill, so...
We could certainly use your axe, that's for sure, and you're right. The sullen faces around here are becoming all too common. And if nothing else, if we can find the cause of this never-ending winter, it would bring a great deal of relief to the 10 town settlements.
Just some information.
Yeah, this cold is horrible.
Some info for you, Prin. What Danica has shared with you about the Chwingas is that they're not great hulking beasts of evil. They're more so like they're like a little sprite type thing. If you guys know what a sprite is, sort of, but they're obviously snow and winter based sprites.
Little mogways or something, or they are like elementals.
They're elementals, so they're based within the elements, but they're not hulking beasts, like a giant yeti or anything like that.
I like those things from Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, no,
in the forest.
Yeah, I may have misspoke to the party. I didn't mean to suggest that they were the actual cause, but that was something. That's the mission. Excuse me, is to actually help her by locating some of these creatures.
All right. Well, let's talk. Where do we go?
So
we're just about to start another round, so maybe we should finish a round of drinks.
Finish
first.
mine already.
Oh,
by the way,
You're gonna have mine then.
it's about one.
Started.
It's about 1 p.m. And which doesn't make a whole lot of difference in terms of the weather outside. It's still shitty, snowy, and cold.
in terms of light, though.
In terms of light, though, there's very rarely any light anyway. So pretty much because of the weather, night is very dark. Daytime is like twilight permanently because of the thick cloud cover. So yeah.
Is Danica still in the bar?
Nope, she's left.
Because she's coming back.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's left. And there's one other component that she gave you. I don't remember if you.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
That's a factor also. Anyone who's been in. Well, keep going. I'll get to that in a minute.
No. Okay. What's the? Okay. So. Okay, I'm just looking around the party, and I'm counting how many people there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll let you all know that Danica has offered, and has offered 25 gold pieces. Now, given that there are 6 of us, I'm willing to forego my share, so that you each get 5 gold pieces, because this is probably more. This is more important to me from a personal nature, getting to the bottom of it. Very money, which is normally not my thing, but I also have done quite well recently. And this quest that we're about to go on is much more personal to me. And she has also given me a special lantern, which is imbued with magic that will allow me to, which will alert me, to the presence of these elementals, these Chwingas, if they are nearby.
So,
I'll,
specifically, just so you know, 300 feet is the radius of the detection of the lantern.
okay.
So it will glow green when they are within 300 feet.
So, with your weapons, with your guile, with your whatever it is you bring to the party, Adrius, enthusiasm,
Gruffalo.
Gruffalo,
Knowledge.
You'll
I
at
got
least be a
knowledge.
distraction.
I got knowledge. That's right.
I think
You should see my party attire. This is nothing. This is my trekking attire.
I think this is the quest that the six of us can undertake.
I'm in. Let's do it.
As am I.
Yeah.
Any objections?
I don't
Agrees.
want to demean your perception or anything, Prin, but I don't know anything about this tiefling at all. I'd like him to, maybe give us a little bit of information about himself before I, go on a quest with him.
Oh, I'm happy to tell you my story. Basically, I guess I'm a bit of a folk hero from where I came from. Our town was.
So you
attacked.
should sing it then. You should sing it in folk style.
I can't.
Let us know
I'm too
all about it.
traumatized by the event, and you'll understand why. So, our town was attacked by a demon, and I offered to have a fiddle off with him to get him to go away. Play the fiddle.
Oh, sick.
And unfortunately, I lost, and I sacrificed myself for the great of the town, and said, "I will follow you if you leave the rest of this town alone." And so I changed my last name to Fiddlemorn to mourn that occasion. I never want to play a fiddle or sing again.
Was the town named Georgia?
It was, yes.
Wow, that's a tragic story.
Yeah, so I've been basically wandering around the world trying to find a way to cut my ties with this demon, but I have not been able to succeed.
Well then, Loki, you sound like a worthy companion for this quest,
Thank you.
and we welcome your company. So if everyone's finished their drinks,
So let me just give you a little bit of background information. So who's just arrived in Bryn Shander?
Yeah.
I've been here only a short time.
When you say short time, like a week?
Yeah, a week.
No, I'm talking. So you've obviously been around for a little while. I'm talking about people who have sort of just arrived, like today or
Okay.
within the last.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just dropped something off and that was it.
yeah. So
Yeah,
those of you that
yeah.
have been here for a while, I'm assuming that'll be Bianca, Prin, Loki. You just arrived, or
A couple of days, not long.
depending on how much research you've done or asking around town, but mainly Bianca then and Prin. And Lythel, if you're from the guard of the Sea of Frozen Ice or whatever it's called, I've got it in front of me, Sea of Moving Ice, you would know this information as well just from being around the area. So the towns that sort of are around Bryn Shander, the closest one is Targos. It's about a 2-hour trek. Then you've got Tourmaline and Goodmead are about 6 hours. East Haven are 7.5 hours, and Caer Didaval 10.5 hours. Let me share with you the map of the region. So if you have a look at your fantasy grounds now, you should see the map.
Yeah.
So you can, if you find Bryn Shander, it's sort of just to the right of where it says 10 towns.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys see the little red markers?
The pathways.
No. There's like little red pins that are all over the map.
No.
no.
Good. I was going to say, don't touch the pins if you see them. You can't see them. That's good. So as you can see, Targos to the left or to the east of west of Bryn Shander is that's probably the closest. Then East Haven to the east is quite far away. That's the 7.5 hours to travel there. So that gives you some idea of where the different 10 towns are and how they're spaced around Icewind Dale. In case you would like to.
Where were we meeting Danica?
So Danica said she will be the North Look, which is in the. It's a bigger tavern, a more popular tavern, but it's on the north side of Bryn Shander.
Okay. All right. So I let the party know that I had promised to find a party for this mission and bring them to the North Shore Tavern, the northern end of Bryn Shander.
Do they have good palmers?
You still hungry?
I am still hungry. I'm always hungry.
And they
I
fish
admire
palmers.
that.
Loki, I think we will be able to find out before we leave.
All right, I'm in.
Excellent.
So
Okay, well, if no one else has anything else, any other business in the tavern, then
No, I finished my palmer.
I think we can head to the north side of Bryn Shander.
Sure.
you can do that.
Let's go.
So, Chuck, let me see if I can find a map of Bryn Shander for you. Spare me 1 second.
While we're waiting, can I go up to Prin and talk to Prin?
Yes.
Prin,
Yes.
I'd just like to apologise for my comments earlier. Similar to Bianca, I'm a bit in my cups, and it's been a long trek to get here. So I apologise for my behaviour before. I hope you can accept my apology.
To be honest with you, Lithal, it's not a reaction that I'm unfamiliar with. So, but I have a good feeling about you, and time will tell whether I can trust you or not. But I appreciate and I accept your apology.
Well, you seem to be one of selflessness with the way you're caring for your local land. So that's something I admire.
Well, as a half elf, I've learned to become quite guarded around people. And while it's not uncommon for me to chase a coin or two, there are more important things in this world, particularly my hometown and the people that live there. And I'm not directly from this town. I'm from east. The end?
Haven.
Line?
East Haven.
East Haven. Line.
From east.
I grew up in East Haven, but we're all doing it tough at the moment. So I think this is a worthy quest.
No, agreed.
Cool. So, can everyone see the Bryn Shander map?
Mm-hmm.
So, the tavern, the Royal Tavern where you guys have just met, is down towards the southwest gate. It's not marked on this map, but it's one of the essentially that's
So
first.
VIP that
It doesn't even get on the map. Yeah,
Not even on
exactly.
the
the map.
Exactly. So it's the first sort of vertical-ish facing building, the second one, as you walk sort of down that main strip from the southwest gate. Probably ways to put markers on here. Let's do this. I don't know if that works. Anyway.
Oh, yep.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, and as you can see, the North Look is right up near the North Gate.
That's
Yep,
too
sure
far.
Yeah.
Let's go to the stables first and buy a camel.
I've ridden a Gruffalo there, but you decided to kill it.
Did everyone just lose the map?
Oh, no, I've got it.
Okay. Nice close line, I'll just-
I lost it.
So how long's the walk?
Oh, you could probably walk that in 30 minutes.
Okay.
It's not super far, and you're within the walls of Bryn Shander, so although it's snowing and the weather's bad, it's not
Probably about-
difficult to travel.
It's about 3,500 feet. Like, that sounds far.
My legs are small, but I'm good at walking, especially after a few ales.
You've got your winter
Okay,
coat
well,
on. The old
Yep. Nice
beer
and warm.
jacket. Ale jacket.
Yeah. So the other thing I will just see. I'm just trying to look at what information Danica gave Prin.
I think that was pretty much it. Been researching the climate, and she believes she's close to finding the cause. She's asked me to assist by locating some small elemental creatures named Chwingas that have been seen around the 10 Towns region.
Yeah, so that's the key there, right? That she's asked you to look around the 10 Towns region, and she has searched in Bryn Shander and not found any.
Yep. So we have to. Well, I'm assuming she may give us more directions once we get to the North, but we'll be looking outside of the security of the gates.
Probably.
You know, Prin, when you first approached me at the bar, I thought you just wanted to show me your parts, but now I know why you came straight for me. It's because I'm the toughest looking one here.
I was looking for someone who could wield it.
Yeah.
It was handy
Oh,
with
very
that.
good.
And your braids told me that you would be a worthy companion on this quest.
Just as long as we don't see the braids in Shin's in Prin's parts. So you're heading to the North Look?
Yeah.
Is that the plan?
We'll just take the main
Main
drag, I
drag.
suppose.
Oh,
Yep.
we can't go on a camel.
They don't have camels here. They do have a thing called a beak, something like a speak. Is it called? Let me just quickly look.
Camels tend to like the desert, not the
Ice camels.
ice camels.
Like
So-
an ice
so while-
tiger.
While we're
Snow
heading
leopard.
towards Northlook, Adrius,
Snow
can I ask you? I may have missed that part of the conversation before I joined the group, but how did you come by the Gruffalo pelt? Did you?
It was given to me as a gift.
It was given to you by.
from a high society member of my hometown.
Okay. And what hometown is that?
It is. Can't
Let
see
me
because
just
the
look
map's
that
in the way. Let me just do a wisdom check.
It's not
Give me a
test,
second.
It's just a. I'm just trying to make conversation, my good fellow.
Conversation. Oh, it's.
How did you get given that as a gift, though? What did you do?
that's
You
a
must
good
have done
next
something.
It's somebody who follows the same religion as I, and me being a cleric, I help them with some healing ailments and stuff that they needed.
Nice.
And I was gifted this as I was leaving the town. So yeah, they gave it to me to help me on the journey because they knew that around Bryn Shander it just gets even colder, which seems crazy because everywhere is cold these days. So.
It's certainly
Yeah.
on the trick, keeping you warm.
Yeah, man, it's lovely. I'm cruising with my Gruffalo. Look at this. Boom! In your face. Yeah, I love him. He's so cool. But yeah, I'm just cruising around and I'm trying to look for to do some more research and stuff because that's kind of what I like to do. So.
Mm-hmm.
And since,
What were you dropping off, Adrius?
I can't talk about that because taxes and customs, they'll get me. Everyone's a grass these days.
The
so
guard are
I'm not-
watching.
Yeah, I'm not at liberty to say, but let's just say it was the guy who gave it to me, his last name was Escobar. So,
Right,
say
as
any more than
someone
that.
who deals with customs, something that I need to be worried about.
No. That's all right. You seem pretty cruisy. You're all right.
That sends off Kogan's justice alarm bells,
Yeah.
considering he's all about law and justice and order.
I could tell from this man that it was just and righteous.
Yeah, see? That's good.
Sorry.
That's right.
I have an air about me. Well, the gods are giving me foresight.
All right, so your trip to Norfolk is fairly uneventful. When you arrive there, the establishment looks a much nicer place than the last one you were in, the Royal Tavern. Yeah, you want to head in?
Yeah,
Yep.
is Danica,
Yep.
is Danica running outside for us?
Negative.
Okay.
I fear if I step inside with my Gruffalo pelt, everyone's going to hassle me about it again. So should I just
You can just
I
chill
think
outside
it's
if you want.
just
Do you want me to lend you a scarf?
Yeah, I'll put a scarf on. I'll cover
Okay.
his eyes or something.
We'll have
Maybe
your
I'll-
back. We'll have
maybe
your
I'll-
back if there's any trouble.
Give him a hat, and then he can go incognito.
Yeah, it's much more inconspicuous now.
Now I'm just going to ask, why is your gruffalo wearing a hat?
That's it.
Oh dear.
That
So,
should be
yes.
fine.
And I should check, Prin, you're still carrying the lantern?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so when you're going to use the lantern, you'll need to just give me a heads up.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Um,
so that is that. Are we assuming now that the lantern is unlit?
It is at the moment.
Is it
unlit.
that kind of lantern?
Yeah,
that-
Lin-
that- I
Linton?
suppose.
Linton?
Lantern, yeah. Lit
Lantern.
lantern.
Yes.
This lantern is lit, yo. No, I can't say. I don't see any need to use it until we actually set off on the quest. Unless anyone else has any other ideas, I'm open to that. It's the lantern's for all of us. I'll just hang on to it. That's all.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. Okay, so who's going into the tavern, if anyone?
I'm going in.
I'm going in.
because
Okay.
Danica's expecting to see me. She won't know. She won't know anyone else.
I'm just going to stay outside because I don't want the, to set
Attention.
the alarm. Yeah, I don't want the attention.
Next to the gruffalo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll stay outside
Okay,
with
so for those,
Adrius.
Yeah.
for those that go in, it's a much larger establishment than the last one. Very much well looked after. There's a human barkeep behind the bar. He looks quite well travelled, and like he respects his inn. He looks after it. Everything is clean and well cared for. There's probably fewer people in here than there were in the last one. There's a large fish mounted on the wall, you know it to be knuckle-headed trout, I think they are. That is commonly caught in the what's the name of the lake? Mere Dualdon. Called Old Bitey. It's got a plaque underneath it. There's some booths around the edges of the sort of main area with some sort of velveteen coverings in the seats. It's that kind of establishment. Quite nice. Yeah.
When we walk in, can I see Danica from the entry?
Yes, she's in one of the booths.
Is she alone?
Yep.
Okay.
Just reading some papers. She's got laid out on the table.
I want to approach the bar.
I'll come with you.
Fish party.
It's
Yeah,
best
the
if I
barman-
approach Danica on my own, so
The
I'll let
barman
those guys get the bar first.
comes over to Loki and Liefeld and says, "Afternoon, gentlemen. How can I be of service today?"
Hello,
afternoon.
Loki. Can I get an ale for myself, and what will you have, Loki?
I want all the fish palmies you have. I said all, not one. All the fish palmies you have.
I know what all that's done.
He says,
Yep.
"Look around, son. Do you think we serve fish palmies in a joint like this?"
You got old Bitey up on the wall.
Yeah. He's a great treasure. He's our old Bitey.
Cook
Bring
him
in
up.
some batter.
Look him up. He's
He walks away.
Ah,
Do I get
You've
my
got a
drink?
demon's appetite, Loki.
You were with him.
Loki,
He was
what are you
he
doing?
was being a nonsense.
I'm starving.
I'm thirsty.
Bryn, while these two are arguing at the bar, you go over to Danica.
I head over to the booth and speak to Danica. Yeah.
She looks up as if she's a bit surprised to see you. Says, "Prin, you found some already?"
Yes, as luck would have it, I think I have. I've got
Chwingas. You found a Chwinga already?
no, I haven't found a Chwinga yet. I've got myself a party together so that we can go and find some for you.
Oh, great. Well, I thought the next time I see you, you would be bringing better news. That you'd actually
Well,
located these things.
Well, it's better news than you've been able to get so far. So let's just slow down a little bit. But
Kind of gives you a bit of a...
you was
Don't try
You know
it,
as
pal.
well.
Look,
You know as well as I do that as soon as I step foot outside the safety of these gates, the winter is gonna get to me, and safety in numbers on a quest like this, we have no idea how long or what we're going to encounter along the way to try and find these Chwingas for you.
of course. I just didn't expect you to
Right.
come and visit me until you caught or brought some back.
Well, next time you see me, I will have much better news. I trust that.
Is there anything else you need? Have you found a good sled?
know that we have.
Well, there is a sledder that's located towards the east, not far from the House of the Morning Lord. They may be able to sell you some fine dogs. If
Is
you're
the sled
intending to
enough?
travel out around the
Is
ten
the
towns.
sled enough for? Is the sled large enough for 6?
Yeah. Yep, I think it is. I did read it earlier and thought, yeah, that'll be.
Okay. Do you have any? Do you have a map of the area that we can have? Do you have any idea which direction that we should go to find evidence on these Chwingas? So we're not just wandering aimlessly through the cold, relying purely on the lantern to guide us.
I'd expect you to just visit the 10 towns and search on your travels.
Right. Okay.
That's what if I was able to get out there and do it myself, that's what I would be doing. Just visiting the different 10 towns. Start with, I don't know.
So Bryn Shander is the only town that you've searched, and you haven't searched any of the other towns. Is that correct?
Yeah, I just haven't had the party, and I'm not in any position to be able to take my time and face the, what I will no doubt face on the trail.
Yep.
That's why I've asked your help. That's why I told you to get a group.
Would you recommend? Are there any towns you'd recommend over the others?
Yeah. The other 9 above this one.
Right. I think you misunderstand how helpful you're actually being, my dear.
Like a 1920s doctor.
I understand you're a scholar. I didn't realize that sarcasm was what you actually studied. Okay.
Can I just say that my character... Oh, sorry.
You're outside still?
Adrius.
Yeah.
I'm outside on my own. Oh, no, I'm with Brad. Kogan.
Yeah.
I can't see their names, Mitch. Can you pull the map down a little bit? Just a little bit. Oh, can I do that?
You can...
Oh, I can do it, yeah. God, it was in the way the whole time. Yeah, just outside Kogan, and can I pick up something off the floor if I look on the floor? Like, oh, in the snow, I've dug this out. Yeah, I dug this mug out, and I'm going to keep it. Can I keep it? Is that right? Found this. It's so good. Look at it. Someone dropped this and just chucked it away. Great.
Probably
I'm
wash it
keeping
first.
Sure.
Nah, it's full of yellow snow. It's fine. No problem. But yeah, it's good. I'm just gonna keep that and just what do you think about this whole situation, Kogan? Like maybe we should go inside and make sure that we're not getting screwed over. Or is Kogan not here?
Hogan's at the front with you, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think we should check up on our unlikely companions.
Yeah, just to make sure that everything's going smooth. So can I just
Agree.
I'll go inside? Let's go inside. I'll go inside.
Yeah,
You can
I'll
find
follow
me.
you in.
If anyone mentions the
We should take
Gruffalo,
a
just
sanity check.
keep it on the down low. Yeah, that's right. Barkeep,
Yeah.
have you got a monster that I can drink, please? I'm feeling weary and I need sustenance.
He pours a glass of water and walks away.
Is this all you've got?
No, but drinking monsters, what the hell are you talking about?
Okay.
I assume
have
you
got
were-
energy. Have you got a drink that will give me energy and help me through the day?
Coffee?
Perfect. That's great. I didn't think you'd have coffee out here, but I'm stoked for coffee. I'll have a coffee.
He goes, it'll be a couple of minutes while I just get there. I have to stay out the back.
Can I get Aegis's attention?
Sure.
Yeah. What's up?
Can you order me an ale, because Loki stitched me up and I wasn't able to get it.
Jibber jabbering about palmies again. It's all right. I'll sort this out. Hey, Barky, can I also get an ale as well, please?
Sure, no problems. That'll be 2 silver.
Oh,
So
hey.
I'm a little bit tipsy, so I'm being a bit rude, but I'm just tapping Prin on the shoulder and just saying, hey, can you maybe ask Danica if she'll give us some extra money for the sled so we don't have to pay for it out of our 25 gold?
Sorry, I didn't quite hear that. I'm just over listening. Do we have to pay for a sled?
Oh, yeah,
We've
you
been-
just got here. Sorry, you were outside. I was
Yeah.
listening in on their
Yeah, so I-
conversation.
So I turn
nice.
so I turn around to the party who are all inside now, and I say, right, we don't have any more information, guys, other than the fact that we need to get outside of the walls of Bryn Shander and look amongst the other 10 towns for any evidence of these elementals. Outside of the lantern that we've got to help us find the elementals, we're pretty much on our own. Danica has suggested that there may be somewhere nearby that we can purchase a sled. But if you're up to it, we may be able to just go on foot.
What about the local stables? Would there be something there that we can afford or help?
Afford.
I got some money. I got some coin. I think.
I'm starving.
I'm bearing in mind that I'm not getting any coin. You guys are only getting 5 gold pieces each. We don't want to
Yeah,
run
yeah.
from this mission at a loss.
Do we have any idea what a sled will cost us in gold?
Just looking that up at the moment. It's not much. Very good, pretty cheap. If you combine your resources.
I'm pretty broke, as it is, even though I just got paid for a job.
Didn't Adrius buy 40 camels or something?
Yeah, he did.
tried
Maybe
to,
we
I
can
couldn't-
just use the camels.
Mitch, what are my negotiation skills like?
Yeah, what have you got skill-wise on your skill list?
I'm about ready to break into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you looking at the guy who owns the bar, you don't really think that would be a good idea. Like, you're confident in your abilities, but you know that Master Lily at this point in time.
His name tag has Big Hammer on it. So,
Exactly.
so
So-
Can I?
A sled's going to cost you between 15 to 20 GP.
Which is
A person or total?
Total.
And I'll take all of this.
That's
They'll
heaps.
take
Almost
all
the
of
same as the mission.
That's insane. Can I
I'll-
can I try and negotiate with Danica to get more money so that we can afford a sled?
Sure. Do you have a persuasion skill? You can
do.
Do persuasion, yeah. Roll that.
So I've got a +2 on that. So what am I doing?
You roll a d20. Hang on, I'll just pull up your sheet so I can make sure you click the right button.
I've got a +3 on persuasion by looks
You're
of
not
things.
in the conversation.
take that.
I want to
Loki.
come over and say,
Okay,
what's the
so
hold up?
you don't have persuasion, but that's okay. You can still perform the check. It's just a +2 as normal, right? Which is your normal charisma bonus.
Right. Also, I
Okay, so-
can't.
Oh no, I've done something wrong.
What did you get?
10.
Hey.
Then
Okay. She says, "Look, I'll tell you what. I'll give you 20 gold now, and 5 when you come back, so that you can buy the sled. But then, when you finish the quest, I have nothing more to give you. But you can keep the sled, or you can sell it for the money.
Okay, so I take that to the party and say, what do you think?
That's a good idea. I think it's
At the very least, it'll make it the quest quicker. And not all of us have the same size legs.
And look, just
Excuse me, I'm a great walker. All right.
just an out of game tip for the things that you're going to face moving forward. Even once you complete this Chwingas quest or whatever and move on, having a sled will be a godsend.
Right, so
Traveling around this area. Yeah. So even though it'll cost you 20 gold, it'll be worth 500.
We buy it now, we put it in stocks and shares, and it'll be worth 500. And as we're all sitting around here talking about it, some drum beat starts to happen, and then the night's entertainment is out on the stage, and I believe that guy looks a little bit like Snow. I think he's going to be singing Informer. You want to sit down and
Shall we find a booth? Sit back and just enjoy the show?
No, that doesn't happen. It was Snow did arrive a couple of weeks ago to do a tour of the area. But given the current weather and his name, he was chased out of town with pitchforks.
Was that the Leaky Boom Boom Down tour?
That was, exactly.
All right, so I tell the group that, okay, I've tried to negotiate some more money out of her. I can't get any more money out of her. She's only a scholar, to be honest, but she's willing to give us 20 gold up front so that we can purchase a sled.
Yeah,
to get
let's
us to
do
the
it.
next town.
That's fine.
Sounds good to me.
Can I suggest that, I don't know what everyone's skills here are, but if someone's good at persuasion and bartering, that they buy the sled and see if we can get it a little bit cheaper. I'm happy to intimidate the person into giving it cheaper. But maybe we should go and persuade.
I
Maybe
think
we
I have
should
a bit of a
use
sly
persuasion.
tongue.
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah,
well then
I think I might be able to get a little bit of a
go.
discount.
What the ladies say. All right, I think that's a great idea.
All right, let's go get the sled.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's go get
Have
the
you
sled.
finished your palmies, Loki?
he didn't
I
get
never
any.
got
get
one.
He was just chewing on the bar.
That's a coaster.
Just wood splints coming out his mouth.
Gives you a little bit more concern for what Loki's all about, really. All right, so
So we take 20. So
Danica
Danica
gives
gives
you-
us 20 gold.
gives you the 20 gold. So Dan, you can put that into, or you can put it into the party goods, or you can just say who has it if you like.
Can I make a request that Loki does not get the 20 gold?
Okay, so
No, I've got no other business.
So Danica gave you directions. The sled's place is only a couple of blocks away. As you approach, you can tell, you can hear the dogs barking, you can hear the noise. You see, as you get closer, you see the pens and where the dogs and stuff are held, and then a bunch of sleds in front. Who's approaching to do the negotiating?
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Just a quick question though. My thing says animal handling +4.
Yeah,
Does that mean I'd be better at like riding the sled, being the driver?
probably, yeah.
Yeah. I've also
you
got
can do
animal handling.
Plus what?
5.
Oh, there you go. You might as well do it.
Yeah, he's a ranger.
Plus
Plus, the
Persuasion.
Gruffalo thing might scare the dogs.
They might think it's a dog pelt.
So, do we say Kogan's going to approach and do the negotiate?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And if he
stand.
fails, I'll intimidate them.
I'm gonna stand somewhat close-ish behind him, but not really in the conversation, but build a
okay.
view of who he's negotiating with.
I'm close too, just in
Okay.
case I have to step in.
So there's an older lady who seems to be the one to speak to. She's the old dog lady, and she's tending to the dogs. She looks to be quite, doing a good job looking after them. She looks like she likes the job, the dogs, and enjoys them. And she says, as you walk up, "Good afternoon, sir. How may I help?"
And I approach. And do I roll persuasion now?
No, you can tell me what you
Or
want
do
to
I
say to her.
ask? Yeah. I'm
You're
just
gonna
coming to.
persuade her with your good looks.
Yeah, the swagger.
Give her a blue steel.
Buffalo style.
I approach the lady and I ask, hello, ma'am. Have you got any? I've heard that you have sleds that you're selling.
Yes, we do. What is it?
May I ask how much we might acquire one for?
How many people you looking to carry?
Six people.
Well, that will be the largest one we have. And you'll need...
How much might that cost?
They sell for 25 gold. That comes with the dogs.
Right,
She Jamaican?
No, she sounds to me. It comes with the dogs, man.
That's not got a funny
You
accent.
can buy 25 gold. I give you all the sled you need. I'm
That is
really-
literally the worst.
Shut up.
She's not an
gold.
Indian.
She's a part Indian.
Yeah. Come on, Kogan, tell her
See,
we're on a righteous quest.
Yeah. You see, ma'am, we're on a righteous quest to free these lands to protect these lands from the evil forces at bay. So, I was wondering if we might be able to, get it for a little bit of a cheaper price.
Make a persuasion roll for me. So you know how to do that?
Grab the little dice that's there.
No,
next
go
to
to
the
the
persuasion.
Yeah, go to the skills. Just click on the little dice next to the persuasion where it says +5.
17.
That's good. That's good.
She says, "You do look like a band of adventurers. Will you look after my animals? Will you take care of them?"
Of course we would. I am trained in animal handling, so I have experience with this department.
That one behind you there, he looks like trouble. Is he with you?
He is with me, but I assure you, we are monitoring him.
She goes,
For any
smells like fish. Fish farmer.
I assure you, ma'am, fish palmer is not something that is an indicator of evil. So there's nothing to worry about.
20
Good
gold.
call, Brad.
20
Or
gold is the
Kogan,
best
sorry.
I could do.
20 gold?
And I'll throw in
Well-
some food for the dogs.
Does everybody else think that's a decent deal?
I think we should have Bianca rumble her. Give us some biffo. Give us some biffo.
Unleash the Keith.
I don't know. She's an old lady. That's,
Biffo.
even I'm struggling with.
What's
yeah, I don't really
what's your
wanna-
alignment, Bianca?
I am. Damn it! Where is that? That's like the one thing I didn't look up.
Is it in the,
Can I go over and pat the dogs?
It's in your notes section.
I want to go over and pat the dogs to show I am friendly.
Yeah, look,
Okay.
I'm lawful. I'm lawful good, so I'm not gonna beat up the. old-
There'd be no beating up old ladies. Not by Bianca anyway. Yeah, it's okay. So Loki walks over to the side of the pens and pats the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go lower than 20, make another persuasion check.
Does everyone want to try that?
Yeah, try it.
Might as well.
This job's looking less sweet.
Awesome.
Damn
I
it.
rolled the dice and it just hit the desk.
Does anyone else have persuasion? Can't anyone else just quickly pop in and
I
go?
do. Wait, do I?
No, so you can assist on a task like that,
Okay.
which would give Brad advantage.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can I do that?
Okay, so because you've said it late, what I'll allow is that I'll allow Brad to roll the dice one more time, and that will be and he can take the highest out of the two, or whatever he rolls the second time.
Hopefully I actually roll it this time. There we go.
Yeah, that's the better one.
That's a good roll.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was 19.
Oh,
No, it's only 3.
It's 13.
Much better.
Yeah, much
So,
better.
which one are you going to take? The 2 or the 3? She says, "I really can't. That's cost price. You tell me you're going to fix these problems and, destroy the evil that's tormenting these lands. That's great. But at the same time, I've got to make a living."
All right, then we'll take it for 20 gold then, I guess.
Done. So she walks over to where her things are. She drags out the largest sled that she has. She hooks up a whole bunch of dogs, team, and she says, "Give me the money."
Yeah, all right. Party.
Dine and dash.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So I'll remove that 20 gold from the party of the loot. You are now the proud owners of a dog sled Overlander 200.
How many?
That's a good model.
Sorry?
How many dogs?
6.
I think we can get away with 4. I'm hungry.
There's 6
Hey,
of them.
Loki.
You think 4 dogs are going to
not.
be able
I
to
can
drag
carry
6
6 of
through
us.
the snow?
We're not crumbing one of these dogs with tomato sauce and cheese.
I'm pretty
You
sure
make a
by
palmy
the
out of-
rules you're probably really walking in and the dogs are just carrying some of your gear, but we'll bend those a little bit.
All good.
We don't have a lot of gear, do we? Have we discussed what everyone's carrying?
Oh, really? You don't have a lot of excess gear. It's really only what you're
No.
carrying.
Yeah.
Anyone's got anything
Yeah.
to...
All right.
I got my brewer's supplies.
Let's
and
go.
my shield and my warhammer, and that's it.
Okay, so the time you've taken to walk to the... So it was 1 o'clock when you all met. Probably taken about 40 minutes to walk to the inn. Maybe another 20 minutes or so in the inn when you were talking to Danica. Probably looking at around the time you get to here, negotiate with the woman. Probably looking at around about 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And it's starting to
What
get...
time does it start to get dark?
Now.
Mm.
Days are very short, so
Well,
it's getting
what,
pretty dark.
if we're trying to leave the town, right, everybody?
Yeah.
We could. I think that potentially, because I've got dark vision. I think potentially,
As do I.
Because I've got good handling of the animals. I could
3 stocky
potentially
figures
ride the
bundled
sleigh
in
through the
cold
night.
weather garb stumble toward you. They have snowshoes slung over their backs and ice picks fastened to their belt. 2 of them have thick beards. The third holds up a gloved hand and says through a thick wool scarf in a raspy voice, "Well met. I'm Haruna. These are my friends, Korox and Storm. We need help, and you look capable."
Who did
What
they
with?
address? The group?
The whole
or-
group. The whole group. Yeah, I'm assuming you're all standing around packing your sled.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're all packing.
ask what with?
Let me give you a little bit of a description. Everyone make a perception check for me.
How do I do that?
Yeah.
Go to your character sheet.
Skills.
You go to
Yeah.
skills. You look for
Yeah.
perception. You go to the right of that line, and there's a little dice icon.
Little
Just
dragon
that.
head.
No. Just where it says a number, it'll have a number -1, +2, 0, whatever.
You can
Yeah.
grab that.
The bottom, that little brown icon on underneath that number
Oh,
is
that's
a
the
die.
dice, is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Nice one, Loki.
Boom!
Pring
How
got
about
eight.
them
Oh.
numbers?
Whoa! Nat 20.
Adrius knows everything about these people. He
Yeah, I
perceives.
know. You wait until I tell you their backstory. Settle in. This is gonna get dark. This is gonna get
we've
real
all
dark.
we've all rolled pretty solid.
Yeah, okay. Pretty much everyone's
Too bad.
being very perceptive at the moment, which is interesting in the cold and the dark.
Oh
But
wait, I didn't do mine yet.
Oh,
Sarah's gonna get like 42.
It's seasonal.
we got 18, 12, 17, 26, 21.
Sorry, what is it? It's intelligence, isn't it?
Perception.
Perception. If you go to the skill page,
You just double click your die.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can double click it, can you, Connor?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'll do that next time.
Rather than waiting.
I got nothing.
Sarah.
I'm drunk.
She's
I don't know
blind
what's
drunk.
going on.
no, Bianca can't see over the dogs, but but everybody else notices that Haruna, who is speaking, has lost her right ear and 2 fingers. She's missing. One of the other dwarves looks like he's missing 3 fingers and his nose. And the other one is looking around pretty nervously, like glancing over the sky, like he's expecting something to jump out and attack them.
Are we talking? Sorry, are we talking bleeding on the floor, kind of loss of fingers? Or are we talking about
Like it's happened
amputees
some
and
time
Old
before.
battle scars.
Yeah.
What race did you say they were?
Dwarves.
Right.
Haruna says, we're survivors of a group of dwarves tasked with delivering a sled of iron ingots to Bryn Shander. A Yeti surprised us and killed a member of our group. The rest of us fled as the Yeti tore Ubok limb from limb. Now we need someone to go back and get the sled for us. As payment, we offer each of you a gemstone worth 50 gold pieces.
Woo!
The friendship of the dwarves of Icewind Dale can also be a boon in these harsh times. You'll need snowshoes to make the trip in good time. Or a sled, which you just bought.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do we trust them?
I
Yeah,
trust them, they're
Maybe
dwarves. But
question
also,
them.
are we ready to kill a Yeti? I
yeah.
don't know. I don't know what skills you
Are
guys
we?
have.
Are we? So what you're asking is, are we Yeti ready?
I don't think. I don't
Be
know.
ready, Yeti.
Do we
I
have to
don't
do
know
it
if we're
now, or
ready
can
yet.
we do it after the mission that we were already doing?
So that other mission, guys, is only going to give us like a few coins and this
Yeah, but it
crappy
gives us
secondhand
experience,
sled.
right?
I think
That's
the other
how
mission-
that's how I know we're not ready for a Yeti, because we're not ready for a quest that's going to give us 50 gold coin gem each. Okay,
Mhm.
that's
Probably not.
suicide. That's
You might-
suicide.
It's a
Oh, I
Yeti.
think
Isn't
it's
it
fine, got a
Gruffalo?
coastal
It's a
guard.
Yeti.
Are we
Yeah.
able to ask? Well, he didn't even fight it, but are we able to ask if we can do it like another time? Like when do we have to do this quest?
Is there a deadline on the Yeti killing?
Is there a deadline?
We'll just put the side quest in our notebook and we'll come back and do it later.
Yeah,
double
we're
the
kinda
money,
busy
we'll do
right
it now.
Or if we go do
Who's
this
the,
mission,
Who's the hardest one here? I reckon it's probably.
I don't know whether it's
between
necessarily
warlock.
the reward is the factor as whether we're going to die doing it.
Yeah, exactly.